From 1971 to 1996, Dallas defeated New England in all 7 games. Since then, it's been all Patriots, winning all 6 meetings. The Cowboys try to even the series. Next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Patriot offense ready for their first drive, led by Mac Jones, the Heisman Trophy finalist and 15th overall selection this spring from Alabama.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Now Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on a punt for New England. Back deep, CeeDee Lamb. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time. And with Dak at the controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
Now the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception ball. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. That touchdown certainly a welcome sight. Remember, they were shut out last week. They talked to us about getting early momentum. Well, here you go in the opening quarter.
Got to rebuild confidence, because when you get shut out, I don't care how strong you are mentally, you've got to take a step back and say, okay, what just happened here? Because nothing that we were doing worked well enough to get into the end zone, and that's a nice confidence-building drive, one that puts it in the end zone to give them an opportunity.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Throwing Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2. And definitely not playing the check down game. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Dietrich Wise Jr. coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Gunnar Olszewski deep for New England. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Jones throw taken in by Bourne. And bulldozing his way through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. Oh, he bowls over him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Prescott on 1st down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 27, Jones. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Smith. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. After the sack on 1st down, Jones got the connection here to Bourne. That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Lamb to return it. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Out to his left. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The give is to Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Damian Harris to the Patriot offense, ready to take over again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On 2nd and 10, Jones. Open man is Bourne. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Randy Gregory dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. "35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
On the return, it's Jordan Lewis.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He's got him in, complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. We have hit halftime still. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week. And they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Christian Barmore
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, they're in some hot water now.
After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And they can't bring him down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage. They also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Play action now. Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They hand this off to Harris. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a toss play. It's Harris. Ooh, with a juke. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up 4th. Bullock's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
The New England Patriots were seeking a good edge rusher, and Matt Judon is now providing that, having come over from Baltimore. 30.5 sacks the last 4 years there. They expect him to get to the quarterback frequently in Patriots red and blue.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On third down, Elliott able to fight through 1 tackle. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
4th down, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. It's Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. A first down carry by Elliott. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Byron Coward there to bring him down.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now this throw caught left side. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Being chased out left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because, CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
On second and very short, Jones looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
118 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try to throw now. Prescott fighting to stay upright. The Cowboys on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A give to Elliott. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Let's go. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Jones. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Operating from the gun. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Myers.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. They pick up, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
168 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Prescott off play action, eluding the pressure right. And he's got his receiver, Cooper.
Missed.
He will not go down. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Gunnar Olszewski.
He will score.
Bring it! That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Throwing here, Prescott.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And his kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.